We got breaking news that Tiger Woods was involved in a pretty serious, catastrophic one-car accident today in LA, and it seems that they had used the jaws of life to get him out of the car, and now he is at the hospital and he is undergoing surgery for his leg. So I never want to miss an opportunity to kind of just give you some information about what you should do if you're in an accident, if you see an accident, and to prepare yourself. So stick around, and we're going to talk about the number one thing you could do to make sure that you're covered if you're ever involved in an accident. So the three things that I want to talk to you about today are what I call 3D. Defensive driving, distracted driving, and DUI driving. So the first one is defensive driving. When you're on the road, you want to make sure that you kind of have an eye on everything that's going on around you in traffic. There's so many people that just are bad drivers and don't pay attention, cut people off, don't use their blinkers, have all types of distractions in their car. So you just want to make sure that you have your head on a swivel so that when something happens, you're ready to hit the brakes, you're already anticipating it. You can tell that somebody's about to make a turn without putting on their blinker so that when they come to a stop in the middle of the road, you're good. So, you have Uber drivers and Lyft drivers who just stop to let people in their car, so you can kind of see these things happening before they happen so that you can avoid any types of injuries to yourself or others. The second thing is distracted driving. So you want to make sure that while you're driving, you're not texting, you're not eating food, you're not putting on makeup, you're not reaching back in the back seat to grab something or to tend to a child. You're only focused on driving. There are apps that you can use so that when people call you, the calls won't even come through. There's other things that you can do, and we'll put some other things that you can do to reduce the chance of distracted driving from being something that you do. You want to make sure you don't have your earbuds in as well, because if you have your earbuds in, you can't really hear what's going on around you. It's kind of the whole point of them is to kind of block the sound. So you definitely want to make sure you're not using your AirPods or any other types of devices that will prevent you from being able to hear what's going on around you. And the last thing is DUI driving. So driving under the influence of any type of alcohol, prescription medication, or any other substance is something you just shouldn't do. So if you have been drinking, if you think you can, only had one or two drinks and you can make it, maybe you can, but maybe it's safer if you call someone to come pick you up, call an Uber. There's so many safer ways to get places, and it's easy now. It's not like you gotta, hail a cab or wait on a bus. There's so many ways that you can just call for a ride and not have to worry about any type of dangerous situation that you will be placed in or that someone else will be placed in. So please, please, please make sure that in 2021 and beyond that you're utilizing these different mechanisms of transportation. Those are the 3Ds, but also make sure that you have insurance coverage, because if you're injured and it's somebody else's fault and they don't have insurance, you know that you're always good because you have uninsured motorist coverage. Uninsured motorist coverage will take care of any, medical expenses that you have that are uncovered by the other person's fault, pain and suffering, as lost wages, anything else, out-of-pocket expenses, anything that you experience, you can make an uninsured motorist claim for. So make sure you have uninsured motorist or UM coverage. And if you don't know, you can always contact us, and we're happy to review your policy and to make suggestions. If you have a good insurance company, you can also call them, but just so you know, some insurance companies actually encourage people not to cover uninsured motorist coverage, because if you're ever in an accident, they don't want to pay these claims. And they tell you things like, oh, as long as you have health insurance, you're covered. But that's simply not true. So feel free to reach out to us at any point in time about your insurance coverage as well. I just want to wish Tiger the best. This is the second time that he had a car accident. In the past, he had a car accident about 10 years ago or so, I think it was 2009. I was actually just watching the documentary about Tiger Woods on HBO, and it's a fabulous documentary about somebody who has achieved at the highest level in his field, and it's something that I highly recommend to anybody who wants to know how to be a high-level achiever. You can see what he did, you can learn from his mistakes, and you can do those things, but I just want to wish Tiger the best and hope that the last time that we saw him on the golf course is not the last time that we will see him on the golf course. So prayers up to Tiger. He's been a trailblazer for so many, an inspiration for so many people who had never seen anyone that looked like him, play the game of golf, whether he's black, whether he's Asian, whether he's Kabbalah Asian, whatever the case is. He definitely took golf by storm, and he was similar to when Mike Tyson fought or something like that. Like, he really was a phenomenon. So people really tuned in. casual fans, people that weren't even fans, just to see Tiger. So um, his his impact on the world is definitely felt, and we wish him nothing but the best. That's all we have today. Please make sure that if you haven't, that you subscribe to our channel and that you join our Facebook group, Black Lawyers for Black People. You can find it on Facebook if you just search for Black Lawyers for Black People or look in the description. And that is a place where every day we have new content where we're talking about issues that affect Black people, where we can connect you with a Black lawyer from our nationwide network. And just make sure that any question you have about the law gets answered by an attorney, because it is important that we do it right the first time, because you pay more if you have to fix it. That's it for today. I'm JJ Law. Peace.